guys, today we're going to be doing a draw with me style video. I ended up posting what you guys wanted, and a draw with me video was the most highly requested, so that's what we're doing today. First I'm going to find a reference picture using my phone, and on Pinterest is the reference I'm going to go with. It's by this person, and if you want to draw with me while I do it, go ahead. So that'll be out of frame for the rest of the time. So I'm going to be using a pencil for the tip, and this pencil for the eraser, and this set of Faber-Castell pencils. Very nice. They sponsor me. First I'm going to start with some base work, and I'll put a time lapse of me doing that now. Hi guys, this is Editing Angel, and I just want to say if you see this, consider leaving a like and put a duck emoji so I know you made it this far in the video. So I have the base sketch done here. Going back to that reference photo, we're just going to add the eyes and general shading. You can see the eyes are kind of looking up and to the side. So I'm going to add that. She has very small irises. They have very small irises. And yeah, these will probably change once they start actually coloring it. A lot of it, it looks weird now. Alright, but we gotta trust the process. Okay. So she has very, very, very elaborate eyelashes. So I'm gonna add a wing before I do the actual eyelashes. If you look here, very elaborate eyelashes. So I'll just do those real quick. This is a good time to say thank you to you guys. I think I have 38 subscribers now. It's really cool, and I really appreciate it. So I finished with the eyelashes, so I'm gonna do some shading on the lips. Lips are very soft, so we'll just do some general shading. This will all get erased and colored over, but it just kind of helps me get a guideline of how and where to deepen colors and lighten colors and all that stuff. So this half of her face, going from about here to here, is all in shadow. This chin is actually a little stronger. It's all in shadow. I need my eraser. All in shadow. So we'll just shade that. And then she has a highlight here, and her forehead up here is all in light. All of this is in light. So add soft shading. And the side of her face is also in shadow. This nose will cast a shadow a little bit over here. And same thing with a little bit of a shadow here. There'll also be a shadow here for the chin, under your mouth, and under the hair. And again, this will all be blended out. This is just giving me a guideline of how exactly to go about this. So she also has a shadow here under her neck. Actually a lot of her neck is in shadow. From here to here is in shadow. So just shade that in. And then of course right under your head, because I always stylize it like this, there's always a stronger, sharper shadow. And then we'll give a shadow here. And a shadow here. The eyes look a lot bigger on the iPad for some reason than on here. All of this is kind of squished more together in person. I'll put a picture at the end of what it looks like, so if this looks weird, it'll get better, I promise. I'm gonna lightly erase it. I'm gonna start with the colors. So I'm going to start with the skin. So if the skin color seems a little off, that's probably because I don't have the right colored pencil. You can see that she has warm undertones, so I'm going to try these two pencils here. These two pencils. I really need a kneaded eraser. It's kind of hard to erase lightly with the regular pencil, but that is okay. That is okie dokie. So I'm just going to color this in. This is a good time to mention I'm filming this on an iPad, so if the angle is weird, that's because it's on my bed, hanging up kind of. So every equals $1 for a webcam. And yeah, I'll just do general coloring real quick just to get a base down before I start adding lighting and shadowing and all of that jazz. So now we're gonna go back in with that shading. So again, this half of her face, we see on their face is all in shadow. So we'll blend out that edge. And then we'll just go a little bit harder over here. So, okay, since this is a warm tone skin tone, I'm gonna use a cooler color to shade. So go in here. I don't have a lot of cool toned browns, but I do have a cool tone, actually one tone, yeah, a cool tone gray that's very light, and I'm just gonna lightly go over it real quick. It looks really, really, really weird on camera, so I'm just gonna take a flashlight real quick. I don't know if this will help. It actually looks worse. I don't know why it looks so weird on camera. I promise it looks normal in person. I'm gonna go over it with this almost like yellowish tone. This is more warm toned. It'll help brighten everything up a little bit. So do that. I need a deeper, so my biggest struggle is the nose, always. I don't like doing noses because they're basically all shading. There's not a lot of line art for me personally, my style that goes there. So I'm gonna use this darker cool brown and this darker warm brown, and I'm gonna put a little time lapse of me working on the nose. I'm gonna insert a video clip real quick of how it looks on my phone because it looks significantly different, like in person. I don't know why. I keep saying this. But yeah, we're gonna do that real quick. Okay, this is what it looks like at this stage on my phone. It still looks kind of musty, but like it looks, I promise, it looks warmer in person. It looks like, yeah, less yellowish in person. So now that I have the nose pretty much carved out, I'm gonna do the eyes next, I think. So if you look at the reference picture, there's warm toned, almost grayish green eyes. I don't know how well you guys can see it. So we're gonna add that and use these two colors. And I did that. I also added this green for the pupils. Once I do line art, I'll probably do that in a bluish color. I'll like deepen up the parts like the nose and the eyes to have those deepest contrasts. So it'll also bring in this bluish shadow a little bit more too once I add that. I'm gonna go in with this warm gray and this obviously like coolish warm pink and do the eyes. Her hair is like a brownish black kind of color, but I'm gonna use a blue for her hair because it's more fun. And yeah, so we're just gonna go in and I'm gonna do the eyelashes and I'll be back. So I did the eyelashes and trust the process, guys. It's gonna work. I hope. So I'm gonna keep these two colors. This is what I used. I added this brown to kind of bring it into the skin tone more and blend it out a little bit. I'm gonna keep these here. They're out of frame, but they're right next to my phone. I have the reference picture open. And yeah, now I'm gonna do lips. They have very light lips. So we use this color and this color. And yeah, I'm gonna put a little time lapse of me doing that, I think, right now. Okay, so I zoomed out a little bit, and I think that gives you a better idea of kind of how this looks right now, how it's looking compared to the reference photo. Obviously, it's not gonna look exactly like the reference photo, because I'm not that talented, but it'll look semi-close, I think. Hope. Okay, now I'm gonna do a light wash of this color real quick. Here we go. So I like to put in a base color. This whole drawing is pretty warm, and that's because of, if you look at the background is red. So that means that the light is bouncing off of the walls and onto her. So because of that, her whole lighting's gonna be lighter and it's gonna have more of a warmish tone, which means I need to use warmer colors like this yellow here. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna add some details with this color here. Okay. So now that I have this, I need to add some cool tones here because I only used warm tones, and because this is shadow. So we always want the shadow to be darker even if it's a cool tone shadow or a warm tone shadow, doesn't matter. So go back to the pencil box and normally when I draw on paper, I flip, like I take a picture of the canvas, but you know, we're just gonna go for it, I think. And then if this is too dark, what I'll do is I'll take an eraser and I'll lighten it. I can already tell, I think it's a little too dark. But this is also a drastic shadow. Yeah, so that's the plan here. And there we go. So now I'm just gonna kind of blend that a little bit, and yeah. So I wanna be so clear, this is not a tutorial in any way. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not trusting the process right now. I'm gonna be so for real. I don't really know what happened to you, but that's okay because the face is the important part. So I'm gonna try to fix it, and we'll come back. I'm gonna try to find a bigger eraser so I can smooth this out a little bit better. So I blended it out a little bit more, and I think once I add line art, I'll put a little shadow here, and we're gonna come back to it. But yeah, I don't really want to talk about it honestly. It's okay though. So we're gonna add the ear. Let's do the ear. Let's just get all the skin done at once. So ears are I normally just do them in the shadow color. I need to sharpen my pencil. I normally just do them in the shadow color. And so I'm just gonna use the skin color and make it darker because the pencil's not sharp. And then I'm gonna go over it with a reddish gray. And then that should kind of achieve the look I'm going for, I think. Yeah, so here's the base of the ear. It's again, it's in shadow, but it's a warm shadow. So I'm gonna go in with like reddish, grayish brown color. And okay, so I don't know how you guys can see. It kind of worked. So it kind of worked. Went well. Good enough, I say. Now I'm gonna go back to this neck. I think I used this color to blend the ear a little bit. It's like a pinkish color. I want to see if I use that here, if it'll help a little bit. It's like the colors are right. It just looks really messy. Because I had to scrape some of the pigment off with scissors. I'm not going to show them because I don't know how strict YouTube is with demonetizing. So we're not going to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna add the hair now, and I'm gonna show you how I do one strand, and then I'm gonna like do them all so I don't make you sit here and watch me do it. So what I basically do is I start darker with the roots, and I kind of do like messy like that. Also, this is a sketch, not really like a artwork. I don't know what's considered that, but just a sketch, nothing crazy. So it's not, I'm not doing high pressure today. This isn't for anything besides YouTube. So I hope you guys like it. So then I add these kind of like lines, giving that individual hair look, you know. Blend it out a little bit, and I just shade on the inside, you know. So it gives that illusion of depth with this here, and yeah. Just add some finishing touches, and it's pretty good. So I'm gonna go do that for the rest of the hair, and then I will see you guys in a minute. Okay. So I did the hair in a base color. Once I do line out, I'll use that line out color probably to shade the hair a little bit. Now I'm gonna do, she has like a lace tank top kind of, that's a light pink. So this works more in this picture because pink is the complementary color of green. So the green will bring out the pink in the clothing. But because it's so warm tone, I kind of want it to contrast more. So I'm going to use a darker pink than in the reference that has more of a cool tone, because I also used more of a cool tone green color. I don't think you guys can really see the eyes. If you go and you look it up on Pinterest, this picture, you'll be able to find it. I think I just looked up people. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that. Very basic shading. And yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Add some details. So we're just gonna add like a little boop, you know. This is like, I'd consider it semi-realism, not really going for realism, but I wouldn't say it's cartoony either. Somewhere in between. Yeah, it's just some little lace. And then gonna do, she has a bow in the picture. I don't think I'm gonna do the bow. I think instead I'm gonna add more hair, like here. I'm gonna add more hair. And then I also do the butterfly in this pink color instead of silver because I want it to tie in together more because the pink kind of comes out of nowhere. The only thing the pink goes with is with the lips, and the lips are a lighter color pink. So we're just gonna do the butterfly pink also to bring it in. Okay, real quick. So now we have all of the base coloring done, and we're gonna do line art. So I don't like to use pure black for my line art. Sometimes I use a pen, but I think today we're just gonna do a full pencil piece. I use this black because it's the sharpest one I have. And the sharper the tool you use for line art, the cleaner, at least for my style, comes out. Oh, I need the blush. Okay, first we're gonna add blush before we do line art, but we'll use this color for line art. And she has like a baby pink blush, but because of the skin tone I used, I'm gonna use more of a burgundy purplish. So it contrasts more, it pops out a little bit more. I don't really do makeup, so I don't know if that makes sense. But with color theory, it does. So I'll just add that real quick. And I'll yap while I do that. I won't do a time lapse. So I'll just add this here. I'm using CapCut to edit this probably. I'll probably put like copyright-free music in the background, so when I'm silent, it's not boring. Thank you for staying this long if you're still here. Good attention spans, because I don't really have one anymore. Okay, so she doesn't actually have a lot of blush on that we can see because of how bright the light is. So I'll just kind of make it up, you know? You know this triangle of light here and triangle of light here, so we'll just put it kind of around those areas darker. And we'll blend that out. Looks a lot more heavy-handed on the camera. So blend that out here. And in the picture, she doesn't actually have eyebrows, but it looks weird on this one without eyebrows. I'm gonna do the eyebrows in the same color I'm doing the line art, which is, again, this deep brown blackish color. I think, yeah, ivory black. So we'll do that here. And, you know, just have a little bit of eyebrow. Make it look a little bit more humanoid. So if you look at her eyebrow, it only comes up to the nose line here. So a little bit further, but I did make these eyes cartoonishly larger than they should be, as like a stylistic thing. So we shall make the eyebrows go just right at the eyes, because that's where the nose bridge kind of stops. If you look at it from an anatomy point of view, you can't see the eyebrows on this side, but they would be sticking out as a bump here if the hair wasn't covering it. Same thing with the eye, there'd be an indent here, the eye would come out as a bump, but it'd be a circle. Like there'd be around its edge here. I think. I don't really know anatomy. I can do line art. Now, I really like giving my characters molds. If I close it, you can see she has two here, which are very pretty. So I'll add one here. We'll add one here. And also, I'm just gonna add one here. This isn't in the reference, but I just like putting them there. Helps bring it all together. I'm gonna do line art real quick, and I'll be back. So I did the line art. I added some stylistic things like these little lines to give it more character. A line art shadow along with like cross hatching inside. A little heart here. And I think that was it for stylistic things I added with the line art specifically. Obviously the whole thing stylistic. And then just to bring it together, I'm going to do a very simple background. So because my character has cool hair, I'm going to do a lighter background to kind of bring it all together. I don't know if that makes sense. Guys, I don't know color theory. I don't know what's going on. But this is like a very light pink, and I think I'll use this to just kind of do a little circle around her, and I will be back. Guys, that is it for today. I hope you guys like it. I just did some simple line art. I'm gonna insert a picture of it with my phone right now. And yeah, I hope you guys like it. This took me, I don't know how long, probably around 20 minutes, what it feels like, but obviously I edited some stuff out, so it probably won't be a long video. If you like this, please like, subscribe if you want, and thank you. Bye!